Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Purity and today we are crocheting this beautiful baby blanket, and it can also be used as a throw blanket. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and always remember to comment. So let's get started with the tutorial. I'm using velvet yarn. This is very soft yarn, good for babies and also good for throw blankets. I'm using a 6.0 mm hook, a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and that's all we need for this project. To begin, we will make a slip knot, and this is how I make my slip knot. And then we will chain 110 chains. That's how long I want my blanket to be. If you want a shorter blanket, you can do less chain. If you want a more longer blanket, you can do more chains. So as I said, we are doing 110 chains, and I'll meet you at the end of 110 chains. This is 110 chains, and this is how it looks. Make sure your chains are not so tight so that you can go through them with our next row. So to begin a new row, chain 2 more chains, and we will skip the first 2 chains, and on the 3rd chain we will do a half double crochet. And because this yarn is very soft, mostly you'll use your thumbs to know where the stitches are, because sometimes you cannot see where the stitch is. So this is where our 3rd chain is, and we'll go in there and do a half double crochet, and we will work half double crochets across all the chains that you have, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Done with row 1, and this is how my work looks. Remember, this is just a row of half double crochets all through. To begin row 2, you will chain 2, turn your work, and we are also doing half double crochets. Always remember to skip this first stitch and work on the 2nd stitch. And as I said, we are using our thumbs to feel where the stitches are. And to do this project, we will use half double crochets, meaning that is the pattern all through, unless when you want to change color, that's when you'll start a new color, but you're working half double crochets all through until you get to the end of your blanket. So this is row 2, and we are doing half double crochets. I am done with row 2 and this is how my work looks. To begin row 3, you will chain 2, turn your work. Always remember to skip that first stitch and start working from the second stitch, okay? Because we need our work to be straight. You don't need it to decrease nor increase, you need it to be straight. And as I said earlier, we are working on half double crochets all through. Okay, I went ahead and did this. I want to add color, stroke change color. I want to change to color white so that my blanket looks a bit more good, you know. Colors sometimes make the blanket look quite good. So I want to change and put 2 rows of color white. And this how far I went. I'm still using velvet yarn, so I want to change color in the most basic way because I don't want to leave ends in my work. So you'll cut off your yarn, the yellow yarn, and leave small space at the end because we want to join this with the white yarn. Just like this, we're tying 2 knots. Then we will cut off the excess yarn that is remaining. Then we will start with our pattern and it will be in white. As I said, you're beginning a new row, and to begin a new row, always chain 2, 1, 2, and we are doing half double crochets still. As I said, that is our main pattern and only pattern. So do half double crochets across all the stitches that you have, and I'll meet you at the end of your row. Okay, I went ahead and did a couple of few more rows, and now I go to the white part again. I just want to show you how we do the second row of the white part. As usual, you chain 2, turn your work, always keep the first stitch, go to the second one, and do the same thing you've been doing, which is half double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. This is the main pattern. You can just go ahead and finish up your blanket, and probably I'll meet you when we are doing the edging or the border of our blanket. And mark here, you can also leave your blanket like that. It doesn't look so bad, but I love neat work, so I went ahead and did edges. And this is how my blanket looks with the rows of white and yellow. That is how it looks. I'm just completing another row of white. And now we are joining in the yellow yarn. Then we'll do like that until you get to the height that you want. Then I'll show you how I do the boarding stroke edging of your blankets. I'm done with my blanket, and this is how it looks. As I said, you can leave it like this, but I want us to put the border. So this is how it looks. It's also soft and warm and nice. And now we want to put the border. And to put the border, we will use white yarn, and we'll just go all around our garment. And I'm using a smaller hook right now. I'm using a 3.5 mm hook. And reattach your white yarn or any other yarn that you have, and you're just using single crochets in every stitch that you have all round the blanket, and that is it. After this, you'll be done with your blanket. As I said, I'm using a 3.5 mm hook to do the boarding, and we're using single crochets all around our blanket. I'm done, and this is how our blanket looks. So sophisticated, comfortable, and soft and warm. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm hoping you enjoyed this simple tutorial for making baby blankets or throw blankets. This is how our blanket looks. Thank you so much for watching again. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll meet you in my next video. Goodbye.